Hey, man, check it out, man. Look, bro, I'm hitting the Toronto scene right now, man. I'm going into the Toronto beef, you know what I'm saying? I don't too much cover the Toronto beef, but I'm covering it right now, so fuck it. Look, bro, I heard about this nigga Pressa, man. They say this nigga Pressa is a dangerous nigga. Don't go off this nigga look, man. This nigga Pressa don't look like he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't about that shit. Them niggas say this nigga's a black Air Force walking, bro. This nigga's a black Air Force, for real, bro. The menace to society out there. They say he a menace out there in Toronto, bro. Nigga Pressa. But anyway, man, look. I'm gonna be reacting to who is Pressa mysterious older brother. I said brother, nigga, fuck. Bfrbundog. What the fuck they talking about? Check it out.
Handguns, automatic rifles, and more than $100,000 in cash. Items seized during yesterday's cross-country crackdown.
What kind of guns is that? Hold on. Is that a fucking, that a hear me, hear ye gun? Hear ye. Look at that old ass gun. Oh shit, what they were doing? They say, hear ye, give thy money. What you talking about?
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Big Cartier lens.
Big Cartier lens. Look at them niggas talk.
And we don't wear Cartiers if they're not buffs.
Over the last week, all over the social medias of many Driftwood rappers and their associates, there have been many announcements that Pressa's older brother, who goes by the Instagram name Bfrbundog, got released from prison. He's been receiving non-stop shoutouts, reposts, and there have been a whole
the fuck? Is this nigga from Sudan? What the fuck? This nigga fuck with the Nation of Islam? Nigga fuck with the Nation of Islam, good. What the fuck this nigga got on?
Barrage of snaps of everyone being in Dubai living their best lives. Not to mention the creation of a new BFR business that he created within a short week of being free, and the pattern of people calling him CEO. And to make this all even more intriguing, he's been hiding his face and is hinting that he's gonna drop songs at 10,000 followers on Instagram.
All my followers go follow my blue.
In today's video, we're going to take a look at who Pressa's mysterious older brother is, his criminal history, and also what he's up to now. Even though he seemingly came out of nowhere and his popularity blew up in the Toronto rap community all at once, I don't think he's going to be going anywhere anytime soon, since he seems like he's really smart and knows what he's doing, along with having all of the right connections. Let's get into it. His name is Tremar Gardner, and he was born and raised in Driftwood Avenue with his younger brother Quentin Armani Gardner, aka Pressa, who is 3 years younger than him. When Tremar was only 3 years old, his father, Mark Gardner, who was already out on parole for a bank robbery, was charged and convicted of the murder of a volunteer security guard for a high school dance after they had gotten into an altercation. He was charged with the minimum of 15 years all the way to life. But even though he was locked up, Pressa's dad would still keep in contact with his two sons by setting up a home phone in their room, which Pressa and his brother shared. His dad would also buy them cool shit while in prison, like motorcycles and an arcade machine. Growing up, Tremar had a close connection with many notable names in Driftwood today. Obviously Pressa, since he's his brother, as well as YG and FB's older brother as well, since they had family connections and also grew up together. I'll talk more about their shared criminal activities later on in the video. There's rumors that Tremar was really active in the streets, but since he has no criminal record, I can't confirm this. The one and only thing on his criminal record,
bro, that's how you know if a nigga, how you know a nigga really about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no criminal record. That's how you know they good at what the fuck they do. You don't got a criminal record, you doing something right. There's no such thing as a famous criminal. You don't want to be famous and be a criminal. A famous criminal is not good. It's never good. Being famous and being a criminal don't mix up, bro. A famous criminal will never mix up. So if you don't got no criminal record, doing something right. You was doing something right.
Is a really big one. He was convicted for being one of the leaders of a massive criminal organization named the Young Buck Killers. Their organization was creating a massive war in the streets with a rival gang, the G-Siders, over the control of the area both gangs operated in, since they were both pushing guns and drugs into the greater Toronto area. Due to this, a 7-month-long national investigation dubbed Project Marvel was born. It resulted in a total of 396 charges for 60 different people, which aside from the young offenders, you can look at a list of online. Some members range from getting only a few charges to one even receiving 49, which is actually Pressa's brother. 10 of the 60 arrested were young offenders from the ages of
did go to jail? Nigga, this nigga just said he ain't got no criminal record.
14 to 17, which both Pressa and YG were. The operation stretched all across Canada, making it a national investigation, as it ranged from Ontario all the way to British Columbia and Alberta. There was over 900 police officers involved to execute the search warrant simultaneously at 67 different locations, making this one of the biggest investigations of its type in Canadian history. But the most interesting thing about this operation is how the police actually cracked down on the members and collected the evidence to convict 60 people. The police mainly tapped phones to gain evidence and get insight of what was going down in the streets.
See, bro, the police, y'all gotta be watching out what the fuck y'all be saying. If y'all know y'all doing crimes, y'all can't be talking on the phone and shit. And the police watching, they tapped into them phones. They know what the fuck y'all be saying. Hey, you know what y'all niggas be doing, bro. How y'all think they took down GS9 and Treyway, bro? They tapped them to them phones. They listened to their conversation. They looked at their social media, man. But y'all gotta watch out. If y'all really out here doing crimes and shit, y'all gotta watch out what the fuck y'all say over the phone. Telling you. That's how
recorded over 100 of Tramar's calls and had access to pictures in his phone. They were eventually able to link his voice to his identity with what was going on in the calls, since you can connect the dots of who might be talking about a specific conversation, hence why the police needed so many calls. There were many calls regarding Tramar talking to people about selling crack, heroin, weed, etc. While doing my research on the case report, I found that the police had also found conversations of him and YG talking as well. Some of their conversations were about YG attempting to get a gun from Pressa's brother for a robbery, and also an in-depth conversation about the events of a shooting that happened earlier in the day, about 2 weeks after their conversation about getting the gun for the robbery. And FB's older brother was regarded as one of the bosses of the criminal organization, and he was convicted for it as well. They also found evidence of an alias that Tramar used both in Toronto and BC. He had taken a picture of himself beside a computer screen for a Facebook page of a woman named Quincy Taylor. There were also phone call conversations of him telling his father that a woman that they were having a conversation about knew him as Quincy, and he also used that as his voicemail message. The name was registered to one of his phones to an address in Surrey, BC. I found that pretty interesting. Lastly, police found him to be one of the leaders of the organization, since he and the people he talked to regularly called him Dog or Big Dog, which might have something to do with his Instagram name. The BFR from Bfrbundog is obviously their label, Blue Feather Records. Bun might be from how everyone in their neighborhood knew them as Bunce and Beanie.
Say, hey yo, come over here, Bunce and Beanie, because that's what they called us in the neighborhood. If you know us, then you know us as Bunce and Beanie, right?
And Dog from how in the recorded phone calls, people commonly refer to him as Dog or Big Dog. This obviously isn't 100% confirmed information, but it makes sense to me and could very well be the case. Pressa's brother was found guilty and successfully convicted, leading to him getting 10 years in prison for being the CEO of a criminal organization and also for manufacturing and distributing crack cocaine. He ended up being found guilty for 14 different charges, including ones for guns, drugs, and gang affiliations. However, he's clearly very business-minded, as you'll see throughout the rest of the video, and actually had some really good ideas in prison. While he was locked up for 10 years, Pressa and YG were locked up as well, for their affiliations to the criminal organization. Pressa getting a year and a half at only 15 years old, and YG getting 2 years at 17. YG said that while in prison, Pressa's brother and him were talking back and forth about starting BFR when they got out of prison and becoming rappers in legitimate business.
Slapping with me.
300 for that and 2,000 for this. Way too expensive. But today I'm going to show you guys how to get all this stuff for a lot cheaper. Okay, so
when we went to jail and shit, like I remember his bro used to just like send me letters and shit, like yeah, when I get out, I'm starting Blue Feather Record. While we're in jail, we used to just talk about it, like yo, when we get out, we should just rap and shit.
And since Pressa and YG got out of prison a lot earlier than Tramar, they decided to make the plans into a reality. Fast forward to today, and BFR is obviously a well-known label in the Toronto rap community, home to rappers like Pressa, YG, and J-Nee. But the guys behind BFR definitely haven't forgotten about Tramar. He was constantly regarded by everyone as a BFR CEO, and it's obviously welcomed back with open arms, and for good reason. He seemingly wants to take BFR to the next level and has some good ideas. On an Instagram live with Pressa, he was saying how they should start engaging with the fans and not do the same stuff all the time.
It's not about extra views, my nigga. It's about
never kept me doing no extra shit for no clout.
See, it's not. See, you're wrong, fam. It's not about that. It's about interacting and engaging with your fans, bro.
This would obviously grow BFR into a stronger brand, and they would be able to monetize more of what they do, which is another thing he wants to do. He also started BFR Gaming a week after his 10-year sentence, where they are seemingly recruiting people to create esports teams. This could be another revenue stream for them as well, and would also make the
bro, these niggas some really good businessmen, for real. They smart. They know what they're doing.
Potential for rappers like YG to live stream himself playing a game for Twitch or YouTube Live, and bring the option to invite other people from the community to play with them as well. This would lead to some popular live streams, and would be engaging the audience, as Tramar was saying earlier. Not everything he's doing is management though. Apparently he's going to be releasing his own music soon, and it's hinted to be a feature on one of Pressa's songs for his new EP, Gardener Express. And what's really impressive is that according to him, he already got an offer for a feature for $5,000.
Yo, how much should I do this feature for? The man said 5 bands. I'm thinking about 10.
Considering that he has 0 songs, it's a pretty big accomplishment. I think it's clear that Pressa's older brother has lots of potential and will likely be the next big thing coming out of the Toronto rap scene. He has connections with some of the biggest names in the community and seems to be really intelligent and knows what he's doing, and has big plans for himself and BFR as a business. It'll be really interesting to see what he's going to be doing in the upcoming month. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also leave feedback or suggestions for new videos.
Look, man, if you like this type of content and you like this video, man, look, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell, man. Out.